I'm live. I'm unprepared, but I'm live. Here's why I'm unprepared. Fucking, I don't want to say in the 11th hour, the 12th hour, my son bailed on me. How about in the fucking 11th minute? Uh, I figured you'd have some shit. Yeah, we're gonna talk about this. I just have it ready and ask me questions, and we'll get this shit done. Dad, I'm high, I'm out, and I'm drinking. Okay, you want to do the show at 6:30? We already marked the show at 5 o'clock. I'm supposed to go there and tell everybody he's high, he's fucking drunk, and he can't get back till 6:30. You fucking kidding me or what? You know what? We're better off. We're better off. So here's what we're gonna do. You guys gonna need to help me here. Ask me a question. I will tell you who I bet because that's really important. That's what we want to do. Bet college basketball, bet football, bet make money. But got no stories lined up. Got no cock in the box stuff. Can't make fun of my son. Wes, you are. Hi, Wes. Lance, you're here. I'm glad that you're here. I'm glad you're here. So is Kim. So is Wes. Wes, you mainly who you are college basketball you mainly follow. No, mainly Virginia teams. I follow Virginia. I follow George Mason. I follow the MAC, Siena, Canisius, Marist, Iona, Manhattan. Them kind of teams. Hey, Nick, what's going on? I never believed in having to follow the entire. People sit there and one day like Cal Irvine, next day they like fucking Harvard. Never understood how you could follow that many teams. Why would you want to? You're deluding yourself. So what I want to do is I'll get the games for. We're going to do probably a quick show tonight, but I do promise a 2-hour show on Friday because I'm off next week, so we're gonna. Thanks, John. The wrong team was favored. I knew that. It was a close game, but first half was good. Game was good, so that was nice. What we're going to do is we're going to go on Friday, get through the bowl games up until December 30th or 31st, up until New Year's Eve, and then we'll get you guys caught up after that. Here was real facts. Here for the real facts. Hey, Marine, you want to hear something crazy? And guys, I don't know. I've just found this out. If you go to my old site, it was probably dead. www.sportsforumpicks.com. You log on to it was over. We closed the site. But now, if you log on it, there's like some kind of an article on me, or somebody wrote an article about me from 2005. So if you go to sportsforumpicks.com, you'll see some kind of like thing about me. I just found out. I didn't even know it was there. It must have just came up. So yeah, if you guys want to look at it, it basically kind of shows, when our forum was, running at its peak, 73,000 members, and it was really good. It was a nice article. Somebody wrote it. Somebody wrote it years ago, I guess, but it's there. So if anybody wants any background information on what I used to do, same shit I do now, but go to www.sportsforumpicks.com. You'll be able to read it. It's kind of cool. I didn't know it was there until today. Marine knows this spot. He's been there 1,000 times. Been there for years. Mark's here. Lance, did you ever find your watch? I didn't know I lost my watch. Bravado, motherfucker. Big time bravado, motherfucker. So, but I don't. I like to wear watches sometimes. I don't know why. I don't really care about time. Something I want to talk to you guys about. Good day, Facts as well. Mike, everything's pretty good. One thing I want to talk to you about. And a lot of people ask me this question about home courts. Home courts are really, really big. When I said that Siena would beat St. Bonaventure, I felt that they had the better team. They don't have the bigger name. They don't play in a bigger conference, but it's hard to win at home. It's hard to beat a team on the road. It really is. I'm not going to tell you Virginia is not a better team than Miami, but I don't think Miami's going to lose at home. I think Miami deserves to be favored at home, pretty much wherever they play. That's how big home court is. Now, there are some games that people get kind of confused on. When there's a game tonight. Michigan is playing North Carolina. The game's in Charlotte. So, however, good to see you, buddy. People say, well, hey, technically North Carolina's home because they're playing the game in Charlotte. Well, technically they're not home because Charlotte's a 2-hour fucking drive from Chapel Hill. I know, I've made the trip many times. So where home field comes into play, you say, why is basketball the biggest home field? Baseball is no home field. Don't mean shit. The guy pitches really fucking well. Home field don't mean shit. Football can be, based on, it matters, but nothing matters more than basketball. And people say, well, why is that? Well, when you're practicing, you're practicing in the gym that you normally play at. 99.9% of the teams who are practicing, when Virginia runs their practices, they run on the exact same court they play. George Mason, American, Siena, Iona, Manhattan, Ryder, it doesn't matter what teams, all the teams that I follow, they all do the same thing. So now, why is that such a big advantage? Is because when you're practicing constantly on that court, and then you play on that court, the fans are important, don't get me wrong, but it's not the most important thing. The most important thing is the feel of the court. So when you're practicing on a certain court, you know the lighting, you know the glares, you know the spots on the court. You're sitting in a certain spot when you're running practices and you're running drills where certain people, there's one spot they just own. Boom, put them in the corner, put them on top of the key, put them inside the box. They know the backboard, they know the rims, they know when they're tight, they know when they're not. So home court is huge when you're playing on campus or where you're practicing at. So we're going to talk about that North Carolina Michigan game, Lance. So yeah, you would say, well, North Carolina's a home team, but they don't play and they don't practice in Charlotte. They don't. So yeah, there'll be more fans. I'm sure there'll be more North Carolina fans. That's obvious, but it's not like they have the know of every inch of that court like they do in Chapel Hill. It's a completely different thing. So I looked at that game and the struggles North Carolina has been having, the problems they're going to have with the Dinkinson kid inside. I said, you know what? Michigan's going to play with them. Michigan could beat them. I mean, North Carolina hasn't played well, and they needed a fluke fucking last second shot to go into overtime to beat Ohio State team, who has choked way more times than Linda Lovelace. No, I don't think Linda Lovelace has choked. But hey, right, and Eddie, no midgets today. Evening off. Bats is here. So let me continue. So yeah, it's real important to home court is real big when you're playing on your fucking home court. Not, it's like like you'll get a lot of times like with Maryland or Virginia come here and they'll play, where the Wizards play at, was a Verizon Center, wherever the fucking name of that place is. Well, yeah, it's local, but it's not their home court. Big difference when these kids, the students are yelling. Students aren't in play right now because they're all fucking away. They're all home. So yeah, I don't keep that in mind. We saw a game the other day where Tampa was playing Florida State. It's like or Florida. There's like a home game. It's not really a home game. It's an advantage, but it's about a 6-point difference in the way I evaluate a spread on a game. So today I looked at Michigan and North Carolina and I said, okay, what do I make this line? I can't make any line in this game. This is a dead even fucking game. North Carolina struggles. I got to take that into consideration. I got to take that into consideration that this kid's going to score fucking 30 points possibly inside. He's going to rebound like a motherfucker. So to me, it's an even game. Yeah, but it's at North Carolina. You got to give something for the home team. Well, if they're playing in Chapel Hill, I make North Carolina a favorite, no question. Might make them a 3 or 4 point favorite. But they're not playing in Chapel Hill. They're playing in Charlotte. So I should make them a favorite. I can maybe make them a 1 point favorite. Just do that. Just I got to give them something. But I'm not making them a 5.5 point favorite. So I took Michigan plus the points. Why not? They can win the game outright. Hey, I only got one way to lose that game. Michigan's got to lose by more than 5.5 points. If they lose by 5, 4, 3, 2, or 1, I'm going to cash a ticket. If they win outright, I'm going to cash a ticket. So remember, sometimes when you're betting underdogs, there's 2 ways to win, 1 way is to lose if you feel the game is going to be close. So that's a game I feel is going to be very, very close. Here's a game that's an underdog that I don't think is even going to be close. One of the teams I follow, St. John's. Follow them well. Follow Villanova. Watch pretty much almost every St. John's game this year. They're fast. They hustle. They're well coached, and they're really fucking good. And I think they're like 11-1 good, something like that. They're good. So I'm looking at that game and I'm saying, okay, let's see. We got playing Villanova, a team who you can see without their coach is having real big fucking issues. I mean, real big issues. So Villanova's not Villanova. And that's fine because Jay Wright's the fucking man. You know, he's not there no more. You expected Villanova to struggle, and that's going to be the case. So now I make this line. I said, okay, I'm going to throw away home court here because it's not like Villanova has really been fucking gangbusters at home. They've not really, they've not dominated on their court, which in the past you couldn't even go to that fucking place and play. But they're a 6-5 team. Okay. Yeah. They're 6-5 team. They're playing an 11-1 St. John's team who fucking shoots and scores and plays defense. Villanova's a fucking 5-point favorite. I mean, I got it at 4.5 because I was stunned that they were plus 4.5. So, no, that's a bad fucking line. Oh, but I thought you respected home teams. Okay, well, I'll let me respect Villanova. They beat LaSalle at home. They beat Penn at home. They beat Boston College at home. Here's who they lost to this year. Villanova lost to Temple. Delaware State, they were a 30 fucking point favorite against. They won 60-50. Delaware, I think, is 1-15. Delaware State. They lost to Iowa State. They lost to Portland. They beat Oklahoma. I'll give them that. If you want to call it a good win, they're lucky they won that game. But beating Boston College, beating St. Joe's, on the road, they just haven't had any quality wins for me. I don't like them. They don't play well. St. John's should run them ragged. I like St. John's a lot. If you go by statistical numbers, if they play this game 10 times on a neutral court, if they play this game 10 times, St. John's would win, 8 out of 10 times on a neutral court. So, I'm and probably by an average about 15 points. So I did take St. John's. All right, the other game I took, not like me to lay this kind of chalk, but there should be a fucking investigation. If Michigan State has a 21, I bet them at 21.5. I knew it would drop. But Michigan State is minus 21.5 against Oakland. Oakland is fucking horrible. They turn the ball over. They don't make fucking shots. I know in the past years they had a couple of good teams. They're kind of a local team, but Michigan State will blow them the fuck out. So just to kind of let you guys know, tonight in college basketball, we'll just keep it real simple. Here's what we did. We took St. John's plus 4.5. It's plus 5 now, or 5.5. Took Michigan State minus 21.5. They're playing Oakland. And I took Michigan plus 5.5. Okay, stupid little round robin, pick up some grocery money, a little Christmas money. That's what I did tonight. So, does anybody have any questions? Mets are still paying. No, they're not, right? They actually, last year was the last year they stopped paying Bonilla. His contract ended, that fucking 50-year contract that he had. That was pretty fucking wacky. And actually, my wife's an accountant, and she said that was actually that wasn't a great contract for him. It was actually a better contract for the Mets because technically the way the dollar has gone and the fact they didn't have to put that money up front, the Mets pretty much had that money sitting in an interest-bearing account and just fucking paid them. It was getting $1 million a year for fucking 40 years. It wasn't a great contract. Sweating out Old Dominion George Mason right now like a whore in church. You know what, Wes? You should be. Who'd you bet? I'll tell you why I bet. Wes, tell me. How do I get on your Christmas list? You got a MasterCard or a Visa? Do you got a MasterCard or a Visa, motherfucker? It's a question. That's how you got on my list, you fucking asshole. Kim, I'm kidding you. Would you do St. John's money line? Yeah, I would. I would do it. Only because I'm a guy, when I don't bet underdogs unless I think they have a shot to win. He called in sick, this prick. Dunkel called in sick. You don't see me calling in sick. He called in sick. You did ODU money line? Nah, it's probably not a bad. I could see that play. I don't know. I'll root for you. I'll put it to you that way. I'll root for you on the money line. You got 13 minutes to go. What are you fucking worried about? Mason's not a slouch. They're both equal teams. Yeah, and I take Exxon, Nordstrom, Starbucks, take them all. Eastern Illinois is about to beat Iowa. Really? I don't really follow Eastern Illinois. Are they really going to beat Iowa? Yes, they are. 3 minutes to go, up 13. Holy fuck, is that a Pepto-Bismol upset special? I'm surprised UMass Lowell's not beating fucking Boston U. I would have bet that game. Ray, Virginia Tech, too big of a number, 9.5. I liked them, but I wasn't going to lay 9.5 on the road. Boston College is fucking horrible, but it's a pretty big number. Tell JJ to get a fucking twink and get to work. He's not. He's out with my nephew at some fucking bar, fucking eating gummies, smoking fucking fatties, and drinking fucking vodka. So that was his excuse. I will sit with the new hip. What the fuck? I will. Oh yeah, you got a new hip. What'd you do with the old one? Did you save it? Would you recommend the bowl game tonight? I'll tell you. Here's what I did in the bowl game. So I bet West Kentucky. I bet West Kentucky plus 3.5. I'm going to tell you why I bet them. South Alabama had a really big game their last game. It was a real high profile. They did everything right. South Alabama. They were on national television. I think they're still scoring. So it was a situation where South Alabama looked really, really well. But I watched Kentucky all year long, Western Kentucky all year long. I watched them play a really hard-fought game against Illinois, a game they should have won. I mean, it's an example. Marine, these are two facts. How don't you tune into my NHL shows on Tuesday and Saturday? Fucking Natty, I didn't know you had an NFL show. I know nothing about what goes on here. Or maybe I don't give a fuck. I don't know. But nobody tells me nothing. You think these people tell me shit? They feel that if I know too much, I will probably fucking go on your show, and then next thing you know, we'll have fucking people from the NHL calling me and you up and saying, let's do an NHL show. They'll call us the Icemen. So they don't want me to. They want to keep me in the dark. It's on this channel. What time slot do you get? Cocksucker. You probably get a better one than me. But I mean, I like Western Kentucky. I like them as a team. I like the way they score points. They score like a motherfucker. South Alabama's good. I think they're two equal teams. I really do. I think they're two equal teams. Where was the game? Where was the game that I was talking about? South Alabama. I think we bet them. Who the hell did they play? They played a game where they were really, really fucking impressed. They scored a shitload of points, and maybe it was Arkansas State. I don't know, but I don't know. I mean, I don't think they score enough points to beat. I don't think they could score enough points to beat Western Kentucky. Western Kentucky's going to score. So yeah, again, it's a dead even game. You're giving me 3.5 points. How the fuck don't I take it? So if you look, I'm actually going to look at their schedule as we're speaking. South Alabama. Last couple of games, they play Old Dominion. Who the fuck is Old Dominion, right? They win by touchdown, 27-20 at home. They win the exact same score at 27-20 against Southern Miss. Texas State, who sucks, they win by 17, 38-21. They beat Georgia State 38-31. These are a lot of 7-point games against a lot of shit fucking teams. That's not really impressing me, okay? the toughest game they played in the last month was Troy. Troy's got a really good defense, and they managed to score 6 fucking points. But it's not like they blow fucking teams out. I'm not going to lay 3.5 points, in a game like that. And it's not really a home field. I mean, Western Kentucky. Kentucky and Alabama are playing in the New Orleans Bowl. The rednecks from both states are going there. Like I say, I look at Western. They played Indiana. I'm sorry, Illinois. 33-30 against Indiana on the road. Should have won the game. They beat a North Texas team who's a pretty good team. They put 40 on them, held them to 13. They lost to Auburn. They destroyed Rice. They score points. How do I not bet a team scoring that many points, playing indoor, no elements? I'm going to take Western Kentucky plus the points. I think Western Kentucky went into portal but pulled out. Is this right? Yes. I think quarterback went to portal but pulled out. That is correct. Over on the Factsman packing an old man. He think he probably baby arm down there. Over on the Factsman packing an old man ate. Oh, it's fucking over. You seen the pictures? You saw my fucking X-rays. Stop. Come on. You don't have fucking joke, Gem. I fucking had proof of the pictures. So I got my shave, my little haircut again once a week, looking pretty fucking dapper. Let's get back to football. Okay, Thursday, because I'm not going to be here Thursday, so you guys are going to want to talk about football. For some strange reason, I'm betting the Jets. I'll tell you why. It's probably stupid. I don't have a great reason or them silly ass breakdowns that my son gives, but I look at it like this: Jacksonville has played well. They have. People say, well, that comeback. Whenever a team has to come back, that means they were fucking down before, right? So when you say, oh, it was a great comeback. Well, yeah, you can only come back down 3 touchdowns if you're fucking down 3 touchdowns. Why are you down 3 touchdowns? I don't think Jacksonville beat Dallas. I think Dallas beat Dallas. I know the kid's having a good year. Trevor, was his name, the gay kid with the hair? It looks like fucking Fabio or whatever he looks like. Could be a little suspectical, Barbara, I got you. Here's the thing. The Jets have a good defense. The quarterback does make some mistakes. I think the Jets secondary could confuse him. It's going to be cold. This is in Jacksonville. This is fucking MetLife Stadium. It's going to be cold as a witch's tit. I think he'll struggle, and I think Jets will get it done probably in an ugly, sloppy way. I'm not in love with it. I don't think it's like the greatest game on the face of the earth. Now I will tune into your show once, but I'm a busy fucking guy. 11 o'clock Eastern time. I'm fucking sleeping then. Now I'll see your show. Is it under Natty or Natisfy? What's it under? Do a plug. Do a plug, motherfucker. I'm giving you an opportunity to do a plug on the greatest show on the planet. You don't even do a plug. That's why nobody watches your fucking show. Lawrence, yeah. It's good, but I don't think the name of the show is Run Pure Bets. Who you jerking off? Damn. That's the name of the show, Run Pure Bets. And then you're going to know it's you talking about hockey. That's like having a fucking place that says buffet, but you don't know what kind of buffet it is. You walk in there, and it's a fucking, vegetarian buffet. You don't put NFL fronts. Okay, that helps. That helps. You got to be a little more clarity. Fucking guys, I don't know. So yeah, I Jets had a pick in the first half. Jacksonville starts out slow, as we've seen with some of their comeback wins. Why not take them at a pick in the first half? If you want to lay 1.5 for the game, I could see it. I don't know. I'm going to bet the first half. I don't think I'm going to bet the game, but I think Jets will come out pretty quick, and that's what I'm going to do. The other bowl game, Baylor against Air Force. I don't think there's really much thinking on this game. Sauce going home. Yeah, I would think so. So here's my thinking on Baylor and Air Force. I really like Air Force. I like the way they run their option. They do it really, really well. Their offense seems to be good, but they're kind of good against Colorado State and against Navy and against Army and against Wyoming. They're really good against them teams. Baylor's really big. They're really fast. And I don't know how they're going to get to that quarterback. I would think Baylor should be able to put points on Air Force. And I think if you can get ahead of Air Force, they become predictable. So I'm going to lay 3.5 points with a bigger, stronger, faster team in a bigger, stronger, faster conference. And they're actually playing the game in Texas. So, I mean, I think it's going to be heavily weighted, with Baylor fans. Yeah, I mean, you'll get a couple of flyboys coming there from one of the nearby Air Force bases in fucking Fort Worth. But, I mean, it's not like, no, I'm going to take Baylor there. They're the better team. I'm not going to. Here's what my son will do. He's going to try to find the way to convince you or convince himself how Air Force could win. So if you have to convince yourself on how a team is going to win or what they need to do to win, or if this happens, you should not bet that fucking game, or you should bet the other team. Because if you're trying to make a case for a team, saying, if my aunt had balls, she'd have been my uncle. It's just not the fucking case. Don't overthink it. You go with the bigger, stronger guy. Okay, 2 fucking dudes fighting, big guy against a little guy. Little guy might be scrappy. You got to take a shot that the big guy's got a bigger punch. He's going to knock the little fucking dude out. End of fucking story. I think Bella's got the bigger punch. Should knock out the little dude in Air Force. That's the way I think. With Bella, it's going to come down to give a fuck meter. I mean, I don't know. I mean, it may be, right? But I mean, at this point, people that are playing in that game, I mean, look, some of these kids may not give a fuck, but I would say there are people playing for next year. There are people playing for transfers. There are people playing for maybe roster spots in the NFL. Teams are going to play for something, okay? Your Air Force, what are you playing for? Well, after this game, I guess I got to do fucking another 4 years of basic training and go out and fly over fucking Beirut and bomb motherfuckers. I mean, that's it for them. I mean, that this is it. It's like, no. I mean, respect academies always do, but I'm always afraid that you go against an offense that could put up points, you're in fucking trouble. I'm going to take my chances with my 3.5 with the Baylor Bears. So we've covered neutral courts. I'm betting Western Kentucky plus 4. Eric, of course you're betting fucking Western Kentucky. Yeah. Marine, wish you well in Jets. Passing on that crappy quarterback for the Jets. Be pulling for you. Be careful. You don't know who that crappy quarterback is. Okay, you do not know who that quarterback is yet. Nobody knows. I know, but nobody else knows. So yeah, it's not going to be Joe Flacco. Facts, you have dabbed in hockey or just not your thing. I had a hockey guy with me once. He was good. I've probably made 20 hockey bets in 20 years. I do bet playoffs. Now, I bet hockey playoffs, and I do real well with them. But one thing I've learned in hockey, and I stopped this a couple of years ago because it just got to be too much. But I had a system that was brought to my attention, and I don't know if it still works today. But I won 63% of my games doing it until they shut me off the place I played. So what happens is you get a hockey game that's being played, and let's say the Flyers are playing the Capitals. If the Flyers are on a back-to-back night, okay, a back-to-back game, and they're on the road the next day, you bet over 1.5 first period and bet against the Flyers blindly. A team playing back-to-back games, first period, bet against them and bet over 1.5 goals. And that's what I did. Didn't look at no stats, didn't look at anything. But like at the end of each month, it was like, 22-14, 32-12. It was fucking sick. And it worked. When my limits came down, and then maybe a couple of games when something happened where I just, I ain't got time for this fucking shit. I don't even like hockey, I don't, and I just kind of stopped it. If it's still working, I lost a lot of money. If somebody wants to just keep an eye on it, let me know. If it is, I've got more outs now. This was a couple of years back, but my hockey guy was telling me, yeah, usually on back-to-backers, it's always play over. Always you're gonna be a quick goal, And I asked him, I said, how could that be? He gave me a reason. So a lot of times on back-to-backs, they'll use the second goalie on a back-to-back night, especially if it's a road game. So you're not getting the best goalie. Or even better, you don't want the guy playing back-to-back nights and on the road. The same goalie tends to get hit a little bit. And his thinking was this: if you bet against that team playing back-to-back goals, and the team that you got scores one goal, all you can do is go 2-0 or split. You can't go 0-2. So all you're really looking for is one goal on the home team who is not on a back-to-back. So it's a really nice. It worked out really nice. It made a lot of sense. So think about it. All you need is one goal in the first period to not go, and you're not going to go 0-2. You can go 2-0. It could be 2-0, 2-1, whatever the case is. If it's 1-1, you split, or you win in a tie, however it is. But just all you need is one goal. It's a good thing. If you guys are just like fucking around and want to do something, I would try it and keep me posted on how you do it. Telling West Kentucky +4. +4 is good. Get on that. Do it with the Wild tonight against the Ducks. Okay. Now, have you heard that? You're a hockey guy. Have you heard that? Because like I said, I know a hockey guy that does that a lot. He's a Vegas guy. Needs to be a home team. Ducks are on a back-to-back, but at home, no. It's got to be a road team. Back-to-back at home means nothing. It just does not. The second game has to be on the road. So, like I said, there's not many plays. You got to do a lot of searching to find that many games. There's not a lot of them. So yeah. Keep it. Now, if you do me a favor, keep an eye on that. I'll go on the show with you one day, and we'll do, especially during playoff time. I got I got season tickets for the Caps. Go see my man fucking the grade 8 all the time. I always target back-to-back. I always target teams on back-to-back. Good. Florida Panthers -1.5. Full game over. No, I don't even know who they're playing. New Jersey qualifies. Is that tonight? New Jersey? Did they qualify? Devils on the road back-to-back. Yeah. So what I would do, so I might even do it. I'll play against the Devils tonight, whoever they're playing. Don't even care. Because if you're telling me they're on a back-to-back tonight, I'll bet over 1.5 in the first period. I'll go bet it right now. Hang tight, boys. I'm a fucking log on NHL periods. All right, so I'm gonna take the Florida. Whoa, that's something unusual. Never seen this before. Every total I've ever seen in my life has been 1.5, but this line is 2. 2. That's crazy. I've never seen an over under in the first half being 2. That's nuts. So yeah, I would play the Florida Panthers in the first period. And every total I've ever seen in my life, and if you look at your totals in the NHL, you will see that every total is 1.5, except the game that I just mentioned. How ironic. These motherfuckers know I must have been talking about this. I would bet the Panthers first period. And I think you'd be fine. And I wouldn't go over 2 because a half a goal in hockey is like it's like 2 touchdowns in football. You need 3 to win, as opposed to needing 2. 1.5. I'll lay 1.5 over $1.25. I see it $1.50, $1.35. I'll do that all day long. I don't give a fuck. But I ain't laying over 2. You can give me plus 110. Give me plus 130. I don't give a fuck because now I'm gonna need the Devils to score. So no. Books currently logging record NFL numbers on other facts, but cut that loose. Books currently logging record NHL numbers after facts, cut that loose. Ray, it's amazing. I wasn't even going to talk. I never bring up hockey, and I've never in my life seen a first period total at 2. And I mean, obviously, I have to look at every line because this is what I do. Even though I don't bet it, I look at NBA lines. I don't bet it. I don't watch it. But if there's something out there that's a silly mistake that somebody got fucking stupid on, I gotta keep an eye on it, right? I just bet $6,000 on LG Sakers in South Korean basketball, playing Wongu, WONGU-DB. I play that a lot. That's why I'm always up when I'm emailing some of you motherfuckers at 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock in the morning. Somebody's like, what's your favorite sport? I'm like, fucking basketball in fucking South Korea and in China. Fucking put their dicks in the dirt there. I don't give a shit. Yeah, I'll tell you. I just bet this thing. I'll tell you. Let me hit my open bets. Hang tight. Wrong team favorite. Got over 1.5. Yeah, man, I would do that over 1.5 because you're playing into the system. I don't give a fuck about the 165. You're playing to win. You're not playing to lose 165. You're playing to win 100. Yeah, so I took the LG Sakers in South Korea. It starts at 5 a.m. Eastern time. They're minus 2.5. They're playing WONGU. The middle initial DB, whatever that stands for, and the last name is Promy, PROMY. Yeah, I'm already on that. I've not made a decision on the Samsung Thunders and Going. I play both of them games, but I'll kind of wait later to see how that line moves. Right now, it's currently at 4, but the Sakers at minus 2.5 should be a pretty good bet there. And no, it's not a joke. I do this. You can ask my son. A lot of you guys know that. NHL scoring is through the roof. Lines are regularly 6.5. Why are you seeing first period over 2? I'm not. Bookmakers got him at over 2 in the first period. And if bookmakers moving it to 2, someone's steamrolling that motherfucking game over. Okay, because the guy that I know, that's where he plays. So he must be still doing it. So it must be still working. Tampa Bay Lightning qualify? Do they? Okay, let's look at that. See, this is what it's about. It's interaction. So anyway, speaking of interaction, you guys like the idea about me and my son doing play-by-play and him doing color on one of the games? I think we're going to start it out doing like a first half of the game. We're going to pick a bowl game or a Thursday night game, and we're going to promote it so people can watch it. And I think it's going to be a really, really good thing. Do you think Flacco? What do you think is Flacco with White being declared out? Well, it's going to be Wilson. It's not going to be Flacco. So it's not going to be Flacco. Trust me. I don't fucking do this shit for fun. Flacco will not be the quarterback. That shows him. It's going to be really good. It's going to be funny. It's going to be informative. It's actually, yeah. I mean, he don't normally get high, but when he does, he's fucking stupid. He's not like a weed guy or nothing like that or drugs, but for some strange reason, he's out with my nephews and probably starting my bar tab. Fucking prick. But yeah, let me look, see if this, you guys don't get me started with the fucking hockey. I got enough fucking bad habits. You pricks will be emailing, hey, this one falls into play today. The worst thing we can do is win this thing. We'll be like nuts. Our podcast. Hi, this is the Facts, the Iceman talking here. Fuck football, fuck basketball, fuck the Final Four. We're talking about the fucking Anaheim Ducks and the Vegas Golden Knights. So yeah, well, they don't qualify, you fucking cocksucker. They're on their home. Oh no, they do. I'm sorry for calling you cocksucker. So they're playing the Red Wings. They're minus 140. And the total is minus 140. So that's 2. So you take the Red Wings plus 120 in the first period, and you go over 1.5 if that's the case. Is going to shove it up Detroit's ass. Okay. This is the point, Natty. That's why I don't bet this shit, because I don't sit there and say, oh, this team is. I'm just telling you a system that works. Okay. I'm just telling you a system that works. If 15 minutes past the hour, a beautiful girl is standing in front of your house with her mouth open, waiting for a dick to go in it, you don't fucking question it. You don't say, well, she should have combed her hair. No, you're getting blowed at fucking, on the fives, 15 after and 15-2, quarter after 3, quarter to 4 on the fives. Because can I bet that system with Crush? Because I always bet target them on back to back. Yes, I can. I can bet him with Crush because don't be talking about. Are you Canadian, eh? Now, if you're fucking Canadian, I got no use for you. Again, I should have never brought this up. Don't do it. I'm just telling you something that I did years ago. I'm not telling you I've done it. I told you I made 20 hockey bets in the last how many years. I'm telling you a system that worked at one time. If it's still working, that's great. I don't know. You can fucking take the games and stick them in your mother's cunts for all I care. Don't matter. I bet St. John's, Michigan State, fucking Michigan. That's what I bet. In the bowl games. I like Western Kentucky tonight, plus 3.5. I took tomorrow Baylor, minus 3.5. I took the Jets first half at a pick. You guys are going to bust my balls about these fucking hockey bets that I shouldn't have started even talking about. No more hockey coming out of my mouth. Iron Eagle's your favorite. Iron Eagle's a scumbag. He's a real fucking scumbag. He used to announce the New Jersey Nets. I met him about 25 fucking years ago. I should have spit in his face then. He's a real fucking douche. He used to do he used to do net games with my good friend Mike Fratello. We grew up pretty much in the same town. He used to coach the Hawks, big time NFL, NBA coach. Mike was really, really great guy. I can see Factsman being like Boomer on ESPN. Boomer Esiason? Don't say fucking Chris Berman. All right. Hey, this is pretty good for me. I'm not really cursing. I called a couple people cocksuckers, but that's it. Yeah, you're right, John. Fuck hockey. We ain't Canadian, right? Hey? Or Russian or fucking Eastern European trash. We're fucking Americans. We like fucking football. Or like African Americans or Chinese Americans or whatever. Korean Americans. We're American Americans. We watch fucking sports like football and basketball. You know, good, cool sports. How can you guys like basketball over hockey? I don't get it. How can you guys like basketball over hockey? There's no fucking ball in hockey. It's not technically a fucking sport. It is a puck. And it's a racist sport. Hockey is a fucking racist sport. I don't like it. The only thing fucking black in hockey is the fucking puck. And everybody's fucking swinging at it. Fucking trying to fucking slap at it. That's fucking racist to me. So African Americans don't watch hockey. They're fucking racist. They're always trying to fucking hit the black thing. Just telling you like it is. Edmonton over 6. Here we go. This has become now hot. Now do you cocksucker. This becomes a fucking hockey show. I'll hunt you down like the dog that you are, and I'll fucking slice your throat. Fucking, I can't believe I'm sitting here talking about hockey now. This is unfucking believable. I mean, the other day I'm talking about dicks in a box. Okay, well, let's talk about jerking off. Let's talk about something else. Let's talk about my son going to the gay bars. Please don't talk about hockey. Please. Not on the show. Okay? Let's talk about fencing. Look, I was even a sport and gave you a South Korean fucking basketball bet. That's fucking steam. Let's talk about how gay Judge is. Now, let's talk about how quickly I'm going to get the fuck out of here. I'm 41 minutes, and then I got a 2-hour show on Friday. So, yeah, I about had enough of you guys. Plus, I got some bets in. All right. Anyway, guys, I had fun. It was a pretty clean show, right? Just fucking talking, right? I don't know if anybody think this live podcast thing, this live play-by-play doing the games is not going to be fucking funny as hell, but I'm going to say some shit. All right, guys. Glad. How many people on tonight? Is it short? I hope it's not, because then it's going to be like, oh, shit, JJ's, he's the one that fucking carried the show, but I don't think many people will be watching here. I'll be adding a time slot for info moving forward. Yeah, we'll leave the last 15 minutes for what do you call it? Get me on one of these. Now, you want to come on one? You can come on. Just fucking let me know. Shoot, you'll drop hockey winners. Don't you do that on your show? So is that one of the things like I'll go on your show and you go on my show? Bowling is a black man's sport. Big black ball knocking over a bunch of white pins with rednecks. I like that, man. That's fucking good shit right there. That is fucking funny stuff. Bowling is that is good stuff. Yeah. You see that? We even talk. We're equal opportunity racists here. We make fun of everyone. All right. I want to tell a joke so bad, but it's so fucking funny. It's not really a joke. I mean, it's not a racist joke, but it was actually something that a friend of mine, who's a black guy, said to me. And he says, he's like, Joe, he says, you know what really fucking sucks? He's like, somebody like you got it made. He's like, what? It's like, you can do any kind of work, blah, blah, blah. He's giving me all this bullshit ball and smoke on my ass. He's a big guy. He says, I have to have the worst out of anybody in life. And I'm like, why? He's like, I'm 7'2". I got a small dick and I don't know how to play basketball. Now, what kind of a black man has a shot with that? And I fucking laughed my ass off. He's like, no, I'm serious. I mean, being 7'2", you figure being black is tough enough. Being 7'2" and not know how to play basketball, that sucks. And having a little dick, I'm fucking over 3. I fucking laughed my balls off. So no, it's not racist. So Jay will fucking delete it saying that I made an accusation. He was my friend. So that's it. I can tell you what my friend says. Facts, gotta respect the Canadian hockey analyst though. Yeah, I mean, he does a good job. I mean, that's fine. No fucking border. And I am a Canadian. G&G. No fucking hockey, and I'm a Canadian. That's good. Hit the like button. Oh, I don't know how to do it, but yeah, hit the like button, cocksuckers. That's true. All right, Friday's going to be a big show. Have some questions about ball games. So I'm going to go through them all till, right up to the December 30th or until New Year's Eve. So that's going to be a pretty big show. All right. 44 minutes, time for me to fucking adios amigos. Okay. My son can go out and get fucking high on a Wednesday. I could at least go to Shake Shack and get a burger. I was wondering where Keg is. The guy is the bomb in UFC. Is he still around? Larry, last I heard, he was up the pig's ass having a ham sandwich, but it could be a rumor. But yeah, that's where Keg was last. You can find them up a pig's ass eating a ham sandwich. Okay. But if I get any other information, I will let you know because Keg's a friend of mine. Yeah, we'll have some more hockey questions Friday. All right. For everybody at Run Pure Facts, don't gamble responsibly. Don't gamble responsible. Take your son's fucking rent money. Take the money you got put away. The money your wife has hidden for the hotel that she fucks her boyfriend in, take that. Bet it on a hockey total in the first period tonight if it's a back-to-back game, or bet it on the 3 basketball games that I had. All you, again, don't gamble responsibly.